Buongiorno from our home in Sicily.
Caldo oggi.
Fa caldo. Listen, I want to tell you guys something about airports that really struck me. There's something so emotional for me. Of course, I'm there all the time because of our groups. We have tours and people coming and going. We have friends and family coming and going. And of course, Alfred and I go back and forth to the United States multiple times a year. But it just dawned on me that when I'm at the airport at arrival, there's something so exciting. The person is coming to Sicily and they're arriving for the first time or second time or whatever, and it's a new experience. And oh my God, is the luggage there? And then everyone is in one piece and the luggage is there, and then our adventure start. And then the airport for departure, watching people leave. Maybe a family member, maybe Alfred. I remember when I used to go to the United States and you dropped me off at the airport, right? Always, even though it was just
They're called
a few
tears
weeks.
of joy, believe me.
Even if they were just a few weeks apart, there was a piece of me that was like sad. And I'm saying this because I just left my niece Naomi at the airport, and we had 2 weeks, wonderful weeks, chit-chatting and eating great foods and traveling across eastern part of Sicily. And there was something just, she's gone.
You know, I've witnessed it for over 20 years, the arrival situation over here in Fontana Rossa in Catania. But I have to say something too, Eszter. Honestly, when I leave, okay, and I'm in the air, when I am getting close to the city of Boston, say for example when I'm over Maine, I start to get excited to arrive in Boston.
That's beautiful.
And then when it goes over the city of Boston as it's doing its approach, etc., I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I feel the same way twice. Going, because I'm excited because I don't see Boston that much, but then after a couple of weeks in Boston, I want to get back here, and I'm excited to get on that plane.
It's a wonderful feeling. So anyway,
Yep.
the reason I'm talking about it really struck me today when I was leaving Naomi at the airport. And I just want to tell you guys that we had a wonderful time. We went to Giardini Naxos. We went to Lipari for work because we're going to have a tour coming up in September in Giardini Naxos, Cefalù, and Lipari. So it was a sort of exploratory trip for me as well. But just spending time and chatting with this beautiful 17-year-old was just a great experience for me, and I hope so for you. I know she really appreciated it.
No, she's going to be my protege down the road. Someday I'm going to fade into the sunset a little bit, and I'm going to bring right over here is going to be the most beautiful little kid. You know, anybody younger than I am is a little kid. This beautiful woman is going to be sitting next to Eszter, continuing our gallivanting, that's for sure. She's just a doll, smart as hell. Top 50 volleyball player in the whole United States as a senior in high school, captain of the team. She's just a special kid.
Second in New England.
And we love her very much. So,
very, very proud of her.
I have one more thing to say about that, about the whole airport experience. She's flying back today because the Delta Airlines started the new New York City to Catania direct. You're bypassing Rome now.
Yep.
And then what you do is you take like a commuter thing from New York to Boston, okay?
Yeah.
It cuts out about 2 or 3 hours too on that trip, but most importantly, you bypass Rome and all that long walking. So that may be something for you
And the
folks to think
Jubilee,
about.
and the Jubilee,
the Jubilee
this
is
year,
over now,
if you're
thank
watching
God,
this
yeah.
in 2025. Now, I had a lot of people ask me about my necklace, so I decided to wear it again. This is a necklace that I wore on last week, or talked about it on last week's show. Last week's show was all on Lipari in the Aeolian Islands, and I got this at a specialty shop that makes these out of brass. She has all types of things, including earrings and bracelets and stuff like that, so I decided to wear it again. The heart is the symbol of Lipari, so I think that's beautiful. One more shout out to Lipari and to Janet, who's
Beautiful.
American. We just stumbled upon her. She lives in this beautiful area, and Naomi and I were taking pictures and doing video like, oh, this is such a beautiful little corner. And she opens the door, and there she was. And we started speaking in Italian, and then we quickly realized that both of us are American, and she's an artist. And this is what she said about her art and living in Sicily. entrance to her place is just beautifully with all the blue and the flowers. And this is Janet from upstate New York. And she happens to be an artist. And I just want you to look at all the beautiful things. There's Santa Lucia with all types of Sicilian motif. And are these for sale?
Yeah.
And how long have you been here?
Oh, the first
40
time
years?
Yeah, the first time I came here was 1979, so we're talking 46 years since.
Do you have Sicilian roots?
No, I don't. But I'm starting to look Sicilian because I'm always out in the sun, whether I like it or not.
You would pass for a Sicilian for
Yeah.
sure. And how do you find Sicily? Is Lipari where you live?
I love it. I love the people here. I love the way of life. I love how slowly things change and how much of the past is conserved. And I love swimming in the sea. There's a beach right there that's been redone just last year, and it's so marvelous. And this place is a place of such intense beauty, and it's so variable throughout the year, and each island is so different from each other that I find myself in a state of awe pretty much literally every day.
That's beautiful, Janet.
Yeah.
That's how I feel living here in Sicily, for sure.
And
In a state of constant awe.
Yeah.
So again, thank you to Janet. And if you're in Lipari, well, you saw it's a beautiful little corner over there. I can't remember what street. I'll probably put it in the description of this. Love the Trinacria, and Naomi, she gave Naomi a seahorse. So very, very pretty and nice to meet her.
While she was in Lipari doing work, advanced work, restaurants and stuff like that, which, by the way, she vets everything out, I stayed behind in Giardini Naxos, and we had a visit of my pal, Mike Kaufman came, and we spent a great time with Mike, number one. Number two, of course, with Roberto, which we took quite a bit of funny videos that in the future we'll probably show it. Sicilian home-crafted beer, brewed in Nicosia. Roberto has come up with something unbelievable, a blonde Sicilian beer. It prevails tonight, a debut tonight, and Alfredo sauce is going to take the first sip. Oh my God. So when you come to Sicilia, tell Roberto, Alfredo sent you, give me a beer.
Remember, Naomi and I were there too, and we had some
That's
great
right,
dinners. And we'll probably show some of the videos of the dinners. Just a great experience. You know, I'll be quite honest with you. I love our place in Castellamare as well. I love our place here in Nacho Catena. I think each one of the hotels that we picked and areas, bases for our tours have positives.
You know, Esther, I have a lot of favorite hotels, right? Number one, obviously, is the place that we selected to put our people, the residents, right over here. The view is great. See, with me, it's much more than the hotel. It's the room, the accessibility to different things.
Agreed.
Right? But year in, year out, the residents, we've never had a complaint, and we've put hundreds and hundreds of clients over there over the years. So
That's key.
I can't say anything that's above the residents.
So who's second? Helenia? Helenia's second.
Helenia, for me, I've been going for 20 years as
Yeah,
well.
it's a great location.
It's a great
See,
location.
Helenia and the one in Castellamare. Anyway,
And then the Baia, what's it called, that place?
Baia Verdi.
Not Baia Verde, the place in Castellamare. Calamare. Cala
Marina.
excuse me, not, okay. The Cala Marina is another one of those places where, if you take in consideration the accessibility to the restaurants, the ambience,
Absolutely.
staring out at the harbor, hello,
Breakfast, yes.
hello, right? They're just great. So there are lots of places over here that you can go. But over the years, we kind of have weeded out a bunch too. Let me tell you,
for sure.
we weed them out too. I did have one more observation to make about pricing in general.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the prices have gone up this year, maybe 10 or 15 cents.
Absolute. Last year too. Last year too.
When she was gone, I was jonesing for a cheeseburger. So I walked by this place, and the picture that they had on the outside looked pretty. I said, I'll give it a shot, right? So I got the cheeseburger, and it was, relatively thick. It wasn't like an American cheeseburger, but it was, passable. And when I bit into it, of course, typical to Sicilian style, it was done like they do, medium well, which I hate. I wanted to throw it at the guy. But I was polite, I ate it, and I got myself a bottle of water, a 750 milliliter bottle of water, not the big one, right? So I get the bill, €20. It was €20 for a cheeseburger with 8 fries on it, and I was a little bit irritated. So later on, the next day, when I went out for my gelato, and by the way, my flavor of the season is zuppa di inglese.
Which is like a custardy.
Custody killer, right? I paid €5 or €6 for a cup of gelato. That's gone up too, hasn't it?
I have 3 things to say about this. Number one, if you've been around here long enough, I warned him not to go and get that hamburger at that place.
Yeah, she did.
I
have
go
to say.
get it at the other cafe, which we frequent. And the day before that, I saw a hamburger and it actually looked thick. And I said, Al, why don't you come here for a hamburger? That's number one. Number two, you're not only paying for a hamburger, you're also paying for your coperto, which is about €2 or €3. A coperto is like sort of like a cover charge, a table charge or something. It ranges anything from $1.50 to $3. I've seen $4 as well. And the third thing I want to say about that is that you're in Giardini Naxos in August. What do you expect? It's different prices during different seasons, but that's exactly what happened. The bottom line is, honey, next time, go to the cafe I told you to go to, and you'll have much better luck, I promise.
I know
Now-
that. Well, I know that we went to just on continuing this little discussion before we get into the major stuff. Is we went to a place in Arcitrezza. It was a going away dinner for Naomi a couple nights ago called Il Muse.
Yeah, the
Il
Muse.
Muse. It's one of the places that she's developed a good relationship with the owner, and when I get fried calamari, for example, right?
Yeah.
Usually I don't like them because they overcook them. And I could tell that they're overcooked by the fact that the batter on the outside of them is dark brown. Okay? That even means one of two things. Usually it means it's overcooked or the oil is dirty. I mean, one or the other, okay? So what I do when I get the calamari, I ask him, I say, cook it half. I want it half cooked. In other words, I want it to be nice and light on the outside.
No, you said don't burn is what you said. You don't,
right. Don't burn them, right?
don't burn is what you said.
So I have to say something to you. Those are the best damn calamari I've had.
You know where
all
the best
summer.
calamari I've ever had in
Where?
the entire island is Café de Mar. You don't even have to ask them. Their batter is light and
Jeez,
it's never
this is great,
rubbery.
yeah.
You just have to, like with everything, you have to know what restaurants to get what. But I have to tell you, at Roberto's for dinner, and every single meal that he does is great. Without fail, Roberto's kitchen is one of the best. He has great pizza, great pasta. The fish is great. The mussels, oh my God. Which it wasn't like, it was a mussel fish soup. It was really great. When you're coming to Sicily, you really have to know where to order what things. For sure, every place, I'm sure in the United States, some places, or in Canada, or wherever you're watching, some places make some dishes better than others.
We have this old friend of ours. His name is Mike Spinelli. He's from the States. He lives in Florida now. He's a New Yorker originally, but he comes over here specifically to have the pasta with the clam sauce pasta,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not a big fan of it because usually you only put like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 clams in the pasta. But Naomi got it, and I have to say it was cooked unbelievably good.
Yeah.
So this place
That-
went
that
up.
restaurant-
This restaurant went up in my.
But honey, you don't usually go on the tours. That's on our regular tour, circular, for sure.
Wait a minute. I may not
Yes.
go on every tour, but I'm with you psychically.
You are.
I'm with you
You
psychically.
are,
okay?
especially when we talk 5 times a day. 5 times a day.
Oh.
I am so excited, number 1, to go back to Lipari, number 2, to go to Cefalù, and possibly number 1, go back to Giardini Naxos, to the Helenia, and also our pal Roberto and his cute daughter, and everyone over there is just, it's family. It really is family. So I'm looking forward to that, because on that tour, we're going to go to the other side of Mount Etna. So we usually go this side of Via Grande, Tre Castagni, obviously up there to the craters. But this time around, we're going to go to the other side, starting with Fiumufreddo, Piedmento Etnea, going up to Lingua Glossa, Castiglioni di Sicilia, and then we're going to do a vineyard in Lingua Glossa, and coming down we're going to go visit the Alcantara Gorge. So that's a beautiful day. Then people have a free day to go either boating or to Taormina. See, this group right here, the Legends group, have been to Sicily multiple times, so they've been to Taormina many times, so if they want to go back, they can. Then we have a day in Messina and Savoca, beautiful. And we're gonna head over to Cefalù for a few days, and of course do Castelbuono, and we're gonna visit Fiascanaro, the Panettone place, the famous Fiascanaro, which of course we've done a story on that. If you haven't seen this video, make sure you search out Castelbuono Fiascanaro on our playlist, Explore Sicily, and it's also under the business, small businesses in Sicily. And then, we're doing a cooking demo at an agriturismo. And then we're going to depart Cefalù and go to Tindari and visit the Black Madonna, go to the ferry, take the ferry to Lipari, and spend a few days there. Ooh, for those of you guys, the regulars coming on this trip, I have a huge surprise for you, so I'm excited about that. And then we're going to come back here to Arcicatena. Oh, of course, we're going to have a walking tour with our guide and friend Christina, who was on last week's show. And then what else? And then, of course, we're going to do a lot of, there's beautiful pools at each one of the hotels except for one, but the second one in Cefalù is walking distance from the beach. So it's going to be a great time. I'm really excited to see everyone.
You know, the thing is, you have, first of all, you think she's throwing names against the wall? Forget it. You have no idea how much work, how much preparation, how much coordination has to go in to put a tour together to the extent that the way Eszter does. And I mean, honestly, it's it's crazy.
Thanks,
what I'm
Amy.
happy about, though,
Yeah.
one of my favorite places is Tindari. All right, I love Tindari with the Black Madonna, the Church of the Black Madonna. But what I really like about Tindari is the gift shop, which is staffed by nuns. And these nuns are really not nuns. They're nuns, but they're like business nuns, right? They wear the accountant's hats. They have the money bag around them. They have their sleeves rolled up. And baby, they're there for business. All right? But
Nothing wrong with that.
That's just a wonderful place.
I'm looking forward to that. Now, I got to
Yeah.
tell you that for next year, we're going to take Cefalù out and just do Giardini Naxos and Lipari and do day tours from those two places. So that's already on our website. And by the way, also our May tour on the East Coast, June tour on the West Coast, October tour, and September tour, both
I
on.
have a question for you.
Yes.
Are you going to a vineyard?
Of course.
Which one?
When?
For say September tour.
For September, we're going to Gambino.
Oh, you're going to Gambino.
Gambino. Can you believe?
Oh, my boys.
I gotta tell Gambino Vino. So Gambino Vino is over there in Lingua Glossa, and they've gotten pretty popular. But we met them 11 years ago when they were just
Yeah.
small, and now look at them.
I'm
grow.
going to that
I'm so
one.
happy. Of course you are.
I'm going to go to that one because they have, besides being a nice place, they've got a beautiful facility there too.
Yes, very
One of
nice.
the best ones. And then later on in the year, when we have our October group,
Yeah.
right, we're going to be visiting some interesting places there that you, like for example, the Octoberata.
That's a great tour.
Which is a
For
the
2026,
sine qua non
it's
of
on our-
outdoor festivals.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger and bigger. That's a great
It's the
thing.
largest gastronomical festival in Italy.
Yeah. The point is this, is that the things that we've selected on these tours over here are designed to give our clients, who are our friends, memories that'll last them a lifetime, and then they come back. Now, right now, for example, let's take this Legends group, okay? I'm putting together with her over the winter time. We're going to be giving great thought about the West Coast. Say, for example, the towns of Mazzalo del Valle, Mazzala, Trapani, the areas on the southwest portion of it, because
Something brand new.
they have, it's almost like you're in a different country. When you go over to the West Coast, in my
So
opinion,
true.
it's like a different country. It's mystical, it's historic,
It's different, Al.
it's a lot different.
I
yeah.
feel like even going to Lipari, I'm like in a whole new world. I literally was sitting there on the island and thinking, this is part of Sicily, I get it, but it has a total different feel. You just have such a relaxed feeling in there. But it's like everywhere around Sicily, every single town, every single city has a different feel, a different vibe. Palermo and Catania are completely different. The experiences, the people, the foods are different. So it's so great, and I've said this many times, Sicily never gets old for me. It just doesn't. I go to these places over and over, and my new experiences just continue to grow. And I continue saying, wow, here in Sicily, 11 years later.
Now, after doing this over 20 years, 23 years to be exact,
Yeah.
I could say that, well, I've never seen a more enthusiastic person who literally bubbles with enthusiasm as she talks about this, but also when she goes to these places,
Didn't I call you
she's
a
like a
million times?
15-year-old kid. What?
Didn't I call you, Al, you won't believe this. Al, it's so beautiful. Al, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever, blah, 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 blah. I really do.
But Sicily, look we toot the horn of Sicily because Lord knows there's a lot of people who don't toot the horn. Whether they're talking about garbage, or whether they're talking about politicians, or whether they're talking about brain drain, the straight.
We do a little bit of that. It's
we
reality.
talk about that, but we've chosen, all right, to show extensively and almost exclusively the beauty and the joy of this place.
And the contributions.
Historically,
culturally. Not to say that we don't talk about this, because if you look at our past videos, we have talked about mafia, we have talked about wildfires, we have talked about the problem of drought, we have talked about fires and all of that. So we keep it real, but for sure we focus more on the beauty.
My job is for the next 2 months, because we're going to be crazy busy September and October. We are completely sold out. We couldn't fit another person in there with a shoehorn, okay? For 2 months. She's not going to be in this house. How long did you say it was going to be now? For 24 days or something. Is that how long it's been?
Something like that.
It's crazy. But the thing is this, okay? We're focused on making our clients / friends / family, all right? To show them stuff, even those who've come here a few times, things that they've never seen, foods that they've never eaten, because we work at it. I mean, basically, we outwork everybody, to be honest with you. We don't fly in and fly out. We're here.
And listen, I want to say thank you for continuing to watch our videos, for supporting us.
Yeah.
And let me give you a little preview, because next week is going to be a very important segment, a very important video, and it's going to be on the bridge between Messina and Reggio Calabria. I don't want to go into it now because we have plenty to talk about next week. Listen, if you're still watching and it's Sunday, buona domenica, and see you on another video of You, Me, and Sicily. Ciao!
Ti voglio bene. Grazie mille.